adventurous way, and I'm heading out to see the rest of the world. Yeah, yeah.
Hello. How are you? Can you hear me? Is anybody there? Just say hi in the comments box if you are there. So nice to see you this evening. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday night live. So please put your comments in. Hi Kerry, nice to see you this evening from down in Essex way. So good to see you this evening, Kerry. Thank you so much for joining. So first things first, before we do anything else, we want to do this. Cheers. Cheers. Oh, happy 35 years. Hi, Shell from Wales. I don't know about you. It's absolutely gorgeous up here in Leeds right now. The sun is shining. The Prosecco is flowing. So cheers. What are you all drinking? Is anybody joining me in a tipple? Anybody having a nice cup of tea? Nice cup of coffee? Anybody got anything else? But yeah, I had to do it, didn't I? I had to have a Prosecco to celebrate 35 years in the industry. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, David. Nice to see you. Hi, Chloe from Blackpool. Oh, Blackpool. I'll be there shortly in the next couple of months. Blackpool's lovely as well. Thank you. I will enjoy my Prosecco. It's going to go down a treat, I'm sure. So yeah, 35 years. Thank you so much to everybody who watched the video, the film that I did, just sharing a little bit of insight into my career. I really appreciate it. Do you know what? I loved filming that because it took me down memory lane and it made me remember so many things that I've forgotten that you do forget over 35 years. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Angela. Hi, Teresa. Keep your questions coming as well. Any questions you've got, please ask. But yeah, honestly, the comments that I've had, it was quite emotional as well to film. But it took me down memory lane. So 35 years. So you can ask me absolutely anything you like this evening. It's been a while since I did a live feed as well. It has been a few weeks. So it's so nice to be back, but please do ask your questions because if not, I'm just going to ramble on and talk about Buster all night and drink my Prosecco. But there is another reason why I'm here tonight, isn't there? And it's not just a talk about 35 years and my career, because I have got some cash to give away. Yes, I have got £500 to give to one of you lucky viewers this evening. Hi, Christine. Davy, cruises from Malaga, are there any? Oh, well, we can talk about that later in Holiday Deals at Sea. Good question. So yes, I've got some money to give away. Yeah, I have. Yeah, £500. So who wants to win some cash? So if you are a lucky winner this evening and you win, and I pull your name out and win the £500, what cruise would you book? What cruise would you book, and where would you? And who would you take with you? I'm free. Who would you take with you if you won the £500? Thank you so much for all your comments. David, cruises from Malaga. Now then, let me tell you, in fact, David, that's a really good question. Now, there is a website and it is so good. And when I was a cruise agent, I used to use it all the time. And if you are looking for a cruise, it's called Cruise Timetables. And Cruise Timetables is where you can literally just type in Cruise Timetables into Google and put Malaga and the month you want to go or the year you want to go. And it will literally bring up all the cruises that are calling at Malaga and at sailing at Malaga. And it's called Cruise Timetables.com. And I used to use that all the time. It's a brilliant website. Do you know what? I'm going to put my glasses on because I'm getting to that age, I'm getting to that age. so I can see the questions a bit clearly. Okay, so Angela's going to go to, with the £500, she's going to go to Iceland and take her husband. Yeah, so lucky husband. Nobody taking me yet, sadly. Here we are. We've got another question. Oh, this is a good question from Kerry. If you could do one job on a cruise, what would it be? Oh, that's a really good question. Goodness. Well, in fact, I know exactly what it would be. And do you know what? I would love to be a singer, because that's one job that I've always wanted to do since I was young. If I wasn't a travel agent that I fell into, I always wanted to be a singer and a pianist as well. Because my grandma was a fabulous pianist, and she was a piano teacher, and she taught me a little bit when I used to go and stay with her in the summer. So I would. I'd love to be in one of the shows. I'd love to be a singer, piano, or like, for example, when you go to a nice restaurant, say the Glass House, and you've got a piano player and a singer. I would love to do that job. So yeah, that's the job that I would definitely want to do. Okay, Janet, how many years do you think you will continue working in travel and cruise industry? Do you know what? I think I'll continue doing it as long as I'm loving it, and I think that's the key with any job. I'm really lucky to do this job, so I will continue as long as I'm enjoying it. And there's so much yet that I want to achieve, especially in this new job. There is so much that I want to achieve, and so many places in the world that I still want to go. But yeah, I could probably see myself doing it at least till retirement age. And it doesn't feel really like a job, although I've never worked as hard in my life, but it doesn't feel like a job. But yeah, I think, or unless you lot get fed up with me, and then maybe I'd have to quit. But yeah, as long as I'm fit and healthy and I enjoy the job, I think is the answer to that. Thank you so much, Joanne. Hi, Holly. Well done on your 35 years. Thank you so much. Like, it's really weird, 35 years. I just feel old, if I'm honest with you. But I think if you look back as well, you think, how old we all are now, and how our lives have gone and the jobs we've done. It really is kind of, you just get on with life, don't you? And you just do your thing. But then as you really think about it, you just kind of get in the moment of what you've actually achieved and what you have actually done and the people you've met on the way. So yeah, it is a really big milestone. I'm so proud of it. I've had an absolute ball. Thank you, Angela. What is your, from Shell, what's your bucket list cruise you've still left to do? Goodness me, that is such a good question. I think there's two. If I think about it, there's two. There's one that I've always wanted to do since I was for years and years and years, but never been able to afford to do it. And that is the South Pacific. I would love to do South Pacific now. My expectations are really high on this one, but I want to do a South Pacific cruise to Tahiti, Bora Bora, Maria on a 6-star luxury liner. That's kind of what I do. Crystal, Seabourn, Regent. So I've wanted to do that for a long, long time. But of course, funds. The other one is Celebrity Do One, and I'm desperate to do it, and I will do this in the next couple of years. And I put it on Holideals at Sea quite often, and it's an absolute fabulous trip. And the next long haul one that I do hopefully will be that one, and it's where Celebrity, it's normally on the Millennium, or it has been done on the Solstice before, and it's doing Singapore to Hong Kong, and it's calling in to Vietnam. Halong Bay is on my bucket list. I'd love to stay. That cruise doesn't stay, not always overnight. It has been known to do overnights in Halong Bay, but I'd love to stay on a junk boat in Halong Bay as well. But that is kind of one that's a bit more realistic financially for me, and that's something that I would absolutely love to do. And I know many of you have booked the 12th of March one next year, the November one. Every time I see it, I think, oh, goodness me, that is a cruise that I want to do. So, yeah, those are the two, I guess. Joanne, thank you for your question. Thank you so much for your questions. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for being a part of this live stream as well. Joanne, okay, what's the best place in the world you have been? The best place in the world, my first, it's not that exotic, but I absolutely love it. And I'm going back in December. It's one place that me and the children have been many times, and we just feel it's like home. And that is Miami. That is, we absolutely love it. If we could, we would have. Well, we can't now, but I'd love to live in Miami. But the one destination that I've been, and that was Canada. And that was the Rockies. And I had the privilege of doing Rocky Mountaineer through the Canadian Rockies in 2017. And that was incredible. The scenery was breathtaking. I went at the beginning of May, so we had different kind of weather. In the Rockies, it was snowing. I was in Banff and the snow was coming down. And then I was in Calgary and Vancouver and the weather was warm, so it was very mixed. Jasper was beautiful. I absolutely loved, and I would go back in a heartbeat. I didn't do the cruise that went with it, so that's on my bucket list to do Alaska. But oh goodness me, Rocky Mountaineer of the Canadian Rockies. Have anybody done it? Because if you have, then you'll know exactly what I mean, how amazing it is. And if you haven't, then I would definitely recommend it. Ross says if he wins, then the wife, it must be. I bet she's thanking you very much for that. Chloe said, I take my mum and grandma on MSC Virtuosa with 3-night Dubai stay next March. Oh, lovely. Oh, well, funnily enough, that was one that I put in Holiday Deals at Sea. Maybe it's that one you're talking about at the end of March. That was an absolute bargain. Oh, thank you so much. Christine, I take you, Hollies. I think we could talk the hind legs of a donkey. Now, when I was a cruise agent, I know many of you I've looked after when I worked at cruise.co.uk, and many, Shell, of course, I met you from a cruise when I worked at cruise.co.uk. And Christine, goodness me, yes, we did. We could talk for hours, couldn't we? Shell, I'd bugger off on my own at Christmas. That's what you do with your £500. Well, that doesn't sound too bad, actually. Excess baggage, hi, welcome. I take my mum. My dad has recently passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. After being ill for a very long time with pancreatic cancer, she hasn't had a holiday in years. Oh, I think that's lovely. I think, yeah, a lovely thing to do. So sorry about your dad. Yacht club treat for me, says Janet. I'm coming with you. Sorry about that, but I've invited myself. Joanne would say I'd take my daughter. Teresa would say a few places on your list if you won the money. Iceland, Lisbon, or a few more Greek isles. Ross, why don't all the big travel agents have access to all the cruises and cabins? I'm not I think I know what you're getting at, Ross, because you might think that some cruise lines or some cruises do have some cabins put to one side. And I guess there is a reason for that, is because when I worked at cruise.co.uk is that they work and have an agreement sometimes with cruise lines and get a really good deal, and they have exclusive cabins for them, for themselves. So I don't know what, I know cruise.co.uk do, but I'm not sure about other big travel agents. But it really is, it's great, because then they are able to offer exclusives. I'm myself able to offer exclusives that nobody else can get. And that's just because of down to the relationship that we have with certain cruise lines, that we're able to get some really good rates and have exclusives on certain cabins. Cheryl, you're looking at a few at the moment. You're looking at a few. My mum isn't happy if she's not booking or talking about cruises. Transatlantic maybe, or United Emirates. Well, she is in good company. She's in very good company with me, because I'm exactly the same. Excess baggage, what tips do you have for NCL? Just booked with them for the first time and not sure what to expect. Well, I'm sure there's many people watching that have been on NCL as well and can also offer advice. But I absolutely loved NCL. I've only been on 2 of their ships. I've been on Norwegian Epic and I've been on Prima. And what I kind of liked, I was on Epic. That was the first one in 2010 when Epic just came out. But I loved the fact that it was a freedom dining ship, and that you could go and eat whenever you wanted. The standard, the 5-star as well, which I think not many people are aware of, but they are 5-star, and the service is great. They've got so many. Normally a lot of the ships got over 20 bars and restaurants to choose from. Their free at sea package is phenomenal. It starts at £99. So if you haven't got the free at sea package, but I'm sure you have, most people have it. It's from £99 depending on your duration, and that includes drinks, tips. Sorry, not tips, drinks, Wi-Fi, shore excursion credits, specialty dining restaurants. It's such good value. So definitely add that. And enjoy the luxury that you will get. And I also think, especially, I don't know which ship you're going on, but the Prima class, and I know Viva is just about to go on a maiden voyage, the Prima class of ship is, phenomenal. And the cabin sizes on the Prima class are absolutely incredible. I was in an Ocean View. I've never seen an Ocean View as big as that cabin. But I have got videos on YouTube as well of NCL Prima. So that I've done a full ship tour and also a cabin tour. But yeah, you'll have an amazing time. I also, as well, when you book a cruise, if you have got free at sea, you'll get your shore excursion credit, which is good. And you can book your shore excursions before you travel, because I've found in a lot of many of you will agree that when you do get on board, shore excursions can be a lot more expensive. So also, if you can and you are booking shore excursions with the cruise line, then book before you go. But let us know which ship you're on and when you're going, because you'll have a ball on NCL, and great itineraries as well, especially in the Med next year. They've got some really good Eastern Med itineraries. So Maria, you are saying Santorini, I guess I better take your hubby. Yes, I guess you had. Now we've Trina, hello from Gloucester, suffering from cruise blues after getting back from Celebrity Silhouette. Oh, on Saturday. She's a beautiful ship. Did you have a good time? She is such a lovely ship, isn't it? Such a shame she's leaving Southampton after being so long this year, but we have got Apex next year. Janet, this is such a good question. Do you watch many travel cruise bloggers, and which are your favourites? I do. I watch them all. Oh my goodness me, I've got so many favourites. Do you know, since I started this job, I've realised that the cruise blogger community is an incredible one. Everybody is so supportive. Everybody shares information. Everybody is all there for each other. So I'm so grateful to be part of that. But oh goodness me, I've been watching Gary Bembridge for years. Emma Cruises as well, and then I watch Paul and Carol Love to Travel. I love their humour, how they bounce off each other. Tom and Dom, and then Sail with Gail and Mike as well. It's a Cruise Life, Innocents Abroad, Lizzie Lou, Ken Goes Cruising. I literally watch them all, and they do an absolute brilliant job. My favourite though is, if somebody asks me a favourite, is Visit With Us, and that's Helen and Rich. Now they've got over 44,000 subscribers on YouTube, and their Rich's videos are absolutely incredible, and they do luxury brands. They're away at the moment as well, but they are my absolute favorites, if I'm honest with you. But I've got total respect for all of them. They do, and that's because I know they do an absolutely incredible job. They work so unbelievably hard. David, would you do a duet with Jane McDonald? Now, funnily enough, I wanted to be a singer, but the downside is I can't sing, even though after a few drinks I think I can sing. But she would literally not want me. And I think many cruise lines have said, listen, we want you working with us, but we don't want you singing. So I think that says think that says it all. But I would love to work with her. Oh my goodness me, she's doing travel programs, isn't she, at the minute? But yeah, I'd love to. She's great. Is Jane McDonald? But yeah, no, you don't want to hear me sing. Well, I put a karaoke video on my Facebook page not so long ago, so that says it all. Everybody was clapping at the start, and then towards the end, there were not any claps. I think if there was, it was to get me off. Shell, what are the 3 cruise lines you said this morning you've not sailed on? In the video of 35 years, I put that I've been on majority of brands, not ships, but the majority of brands. So the 3 that I've not been on is Holland America Line. I've never stepped foot on a Holland America Line ship. Oceania as well, not stepped foot on Oceania, but I will be doing in 2 weeks' time. I'm on Oceania Vista, so I cannot wait for Vista, brand new ship from Oceania. So I can't wait to step on board. And Seabourn. I've never done luxury brands, not done Seabourn. Be interesting to see what you guys think actually of luxury brands, because it's always been Azamara and Oceania are very similar in each other. Some prefer Oceania, some Azamara. And then when you're looking at the 6-star, of course, people seem to have their favourites. But I've been on Regent and Crystal, but I haven't been on Seabourn. So it'd be interesting to see what Seabourn are like. But one day, but I'm really looking forward to Oceania. Now then, which ships companies are best for partying? Now then, I would probably say, do you know what? I love a good silent disco. So I'd probably say Royal Caribbean for sure. I think Royal Caribbean and MSC, maybe others can, people watching can mention other cruise lines, but definitely, because you've got, especially on the bigger ships, you've got like the inside where you have your parades, and then you've got live bands up at the top. Everybody's literally partying in the aisle, so to speak. So definitely, I would say I've had some great parties on Royal Caribbean. And MSC throws some great white parties. So I guess there might be others, but from my experience, I can say that definitely Royal Caribbean and also MSC are the ones I would probably recommend. Mandy's put, I've been looking at the Celebrity Solstice Vietnam trip, but I've heard the trip's place of interest can be a long way from the port. Do you know anything about that? Yeah, some of them are. They, especially Bangkok. That's of course quite a way. You've got Ho Chi Minh as well, which is quite a way. So they are. So for me, I always think if the cruise port is more than an hour, 2 hours away, then book your trip or your excursion with the cruise line or venture ashore, which guarantees you get back to the ship. I probably wouldn't do that if I was on my own and do it under my own steam, just in case I'm back to the ship on time. But so that when I used to be an agent and I was booking holidays for destinations and ports of call, which were quite away from the cruise port, I would always say factor in your shore excursions into the holiday cost. Because it is quite away, then your excursion can be a little bit pricey. But there might be, I haven't done that trip, but I would probably book with the cruise line on specific trips that I wanted to do. But there might be people that have done their own thing. And this brings me actually to a really good point, is that when you book a cruise, some of you may do it, some of you may not, but this is a really good tip, is there is always a cruise on Facebook. If you do go on Facebook, there's always a cruise group for the cruise you've booked. So for example, that trip on Celebrity Solstice or Millennium in March, it's the 15th of March, it's sailing. They may have a Facebook group for that. And it's surprising the knowledge that people have in these Facebook groups with regard to they might have done the ports before, or they ask questions, and there's so many different answers. So I'd always say, I was going to do a YouTube video about this, because it's surprising how many people don't know that they exist. And every time I book a cruise, I always check first, is there a Facebook group for this cruise? And there is one for Avia when I go in September. And you do this job, and I used to be a cruise agent, but things are changing all the time. Ports are changing all the time. Ideas are coming up all the time. So very much recommend, if you have booked a cruise, then just check if there's a Facebook group for that cruise, because you'll learn so much and get so many ideas. When I was on Avia in February, I didn't know about Caribbean island tours. That came from that group, and I booked 2 shore excursions through Caribbean island tours for the Caribbean, and it was fantastic. The tour guides that they hired in resort were brilliant. They were slightly cheaper from the cruise line, not a lot, but slightly cheaper. But they had availability. You see, the cruise line didn't. But I learned that from that group. So I'm just going to have some Prosecco. Is anybody joining me? Is anybody else having a little tipple tonight? Shell, yeah, she found me at the bar on Celebrity Eclipse at Sailor World. She did. Shell had come to me through. I won an award in 2014, 2016, and she'd seen it in the press, and emailed me, and have been booking with me ever since. And then we met on Celebrity Eclipse, didn't we? In 2017, it was 2016, 2017. I was propping up the mast bar, and I'd had a few, and then I had this voice saying, Holly, and it was so lovely to meet you. And I think that's what is really, really nice, is this job. And you'll be exactly the same when you've gone on cruises throughout. You've made some amazing friends that you've kept for life, and it's the same I've met so many lovely customers on board ships, and also when I used to be a cruise agent. It's just, you meet some incredible people, and we have been good friends ever since, haven't we, Shell? So Maria is off to Alaska on the 29th of August. Oh, goodness me, are you? Oh, have an amazing time. Yeah, there's so many photos coming up on Instagram of people that are in Alaska at the minute. Joanne, thank you, Holly. Sadly not done that, but have Alaska, and it was amazing. Oh, so you didn't do Rockies, but you did Alaska. Yeah, the photos. Yeah, it's just, what's your favorite port in Alaska? It just looks, the glaciers look amazing. Have you had a cruising disaster? Do you know what? I don't think I have, but I've had a few stressful moments. I've had a few customers that have had cruising disasters. But I think that I could write a book on that, if I'm honest. I guess the only thing is, I nearly missed a cruise, and it was so stressful. It was the Balmoral, and it was a 3-night trip. It was in December, and it was a 3-night trip going over to Bruges and back. And I live in Leeds, and then Flybe were offering flights from Manchester. So I got on a flight from Manchester. It was 8:05 in the morning. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. And there was a problem with the tyre, and it couldn't go. But the cruise was going that afternoon. I had to be in Southampton for 3. And it was delayed, and it was delayed, and it was delayed. And I thought, I'm going to miss the cruise. I'd kind of was walking back thinking, I'm going to miss that. And this gentleman that was on the flight and said, we're on. And I said, what? It's going now. Run. we ran to the gate. And I literally I think I got on the ship with probably about 15, 30 minutes before. That was it. That was done. God, that was stressful. Oh, but goodness me, I've got so many stories that people have over the years. I'm not sure they want me to share, but there we go. Will I be doing any more solo deals? Be lovely if you could. Now, I have to say, on Holly Deals at Sea, this is a massive passion of mine to get as many solo deals out there as we possibly can. I'll be honest with you, a solo deal for me is something that is either got a no single supplement or less than 50% supplement. And they're not always there to find, to be fair. They're not easy, but they are around. But that is a really big thing that I want to really get across on Holiday Deals at Sea, is solo deals. I do post a lot of solo deals once a month. I'd like to do it more than that, but I can say that Ambassador are probably the best at solo deals. Their prices are incredible. I'll need to do another live, I think, about Ambassador. I've got so much to talk about Ambassador Cruises, how great I think they are, and their prices. But for solo deals, Ambassador. But yes, I am going to be concentrating more on solo deals. Exis Baggett, we got free at sea for £99. Oh, brilliant. Perfect. Yeah, that is fantastic value. Norwegian Dawn, amazing. Norwegian Dawn have had agents apparently on the Norwegian Dawn today. She's a beautiful ship. You're going to have an absolute ball. Yeah, you really are. Do you have, Joanne, I'll just take couple of more questions, and then I'm going to do the draw. And then we'll take some more questions after. So, Joanne, do you have a favourite cruise ship? Yes, I do. Yes, it's funny because on the video that I went out, if you do get a chance to watch it, then please do. It's 20 minutes long if you get time. But I get asked this many times, who's my favourite cruise line? Do I have a favourite ship? Now, they don't match. Because my favourite ship is Avia. And my favourite cruise line though is Celebrity, and my favourite ship with Celebrity is the Celebrity Eclipse, and that's because I've had so many memories being on her so many times. But I do love the Edge class very much so. But the Avia, and the reason why Avia is my favourite ship is that's because I was invited by P&O Cruises last year to be one of their Avia insiders and to work with them closely on Avia. And that's what I did. And I had so many amazing experiences. And I worked alongside Shivi Ramatar, Ollie Smith, and also the Tidal Rum team and Jose Pizarro, which are all food heroes for Avia. And then it culminated in being in the shipyard with Avia last October in Germany. Been on her 3 times already, been so lucky. She means so much to me, does that ship. And I'm so grateful to be back on board in September, taking my daughter with me, who is the real Holly Crabtree, as you'll see if you've watched that video. But yes, Avia aside, then it's been Celebrity Eclipse and the Celebrity Edge. Those two have been my favourite ships. But do you know what? I'm just grateful. I've just been on Regal Princess and the World Europa, and I just love being on board. I just love cruising. But if I had to choose, those would be the ones that I would choose. I've only ever, Diane, do cruise lines ever accept cruise next vouchers from other cruise companies, an incentive to book with them? So do cruise lines ever accept next vouchers from other cruise? I'm not sure if vouchers is the word, but what MSC do, probably MSC cruises are the best when it comes to, they have something called status match. So if you have, there might be others, but correct me if I'm wrong, but for example, if you were diamond level with Royal Caribbean, or if you were Caribbean tier, I'm just trying to think, elite status, sorry, with Princess, for example, you were in the top tier and you got all those benefits, then they would be transferred to MSC via status match. You can just go online on MSC if you are booking an MSC cruise and do status match, fill in the form, put in your Peninsula numbers or your membership numbers, and they will give you the same benefits you've got with other cruise lines, if that makes sense. So if that's what you're meaning, Diane, then yes, I know MSC do that for sure. Hi, Melanie, so nice to see you. Which cruise? This last question, and then I will. Oh, Donna, sorry, I've just seen that Virgin Voyages had some good parties. Yeah, Scarlet Night, that is a really good shout. Yes, very much so. So last question, then I'm going to do the draw. Time's cracking on, I didn't realise. So it's right, okay, so which cruise line would you recommend for someone new to cruising? Oh, goodness me, there are so many, but a lot of people, I would probably go for someone looking for a cruise line that didn't cost you the earth. And I would probably say to you, P&O Iona or P&O Avia. Especially on Iona, you can do a 7-night cruise for for £500 for a week. There's so many entertainment venues, so many restaurants. It's quite big, 5,200 passengers, but that might give you an insight as to whether that is right for you, or you would prefer a smaller ship. If you wanted a little bit more luxury, then maybe something like NCL, or maybe you've got NCL Princess, and you've got Celebrity if you wanted a little bit more luxury, if you wanted the 5-star brand. But I would say P&O are amazing for value for money, and even Ambassador as well, great value for money. Right, so I hope that helps, Melanie. Thank you for your question. Right, so I'm going to do the draw. I'm going to do the draw now. So many questions. Sorry, I've not got to all your questions as yet, but right, who's ready to win some money? So this is what you're all here for. £500 I'm giving away. So basically, you've got £500 to spend through my Facebook group, Holiday Deals at Sea. So thank you, everybody, for entering. Really appreciate it. Of course, everybody who entered needed to have liked and shared the post, subscribe to this channel, and also be a member of Holiday Deals at Sea. So yes, so I'll be giving you a telephone number, and you just ring them up and you book a cruise, and £500 will be taken off your bill. How nice is that? But it cannot be transferred. You have to go on the holiday, whoever the winner is. The winner that I'm going to choose now has to be on this live stream as well. If I call your name out and you're not, then I'll move on to somebody else. You've got to be a member of this live stream. So there's 37 of you on this live stream. So here I am. Now, please don't take the mick of, it's not cruise related, of course, but it was fancy. And that's all. That's all I had. So, right, drum roll. Drum roll. Is it going to be you? Are you going to be the winner of the £500? Right. Okay. Here we go. Right. Okay. Right. So, who have we got? Elaine. Oh, I've dropped it. Elaine Jackson. Elaine Jackson. You are the winner of £500. Huge, well done. Elaine, are you here? Is Elaine here? We ask, is she here? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Remember, you've got to be here to put a note in the comments box if you are here. Can anyone? Oh, I don't want to miss any comments. You see, just in case I can't see the comments. But yes, no, I can't. Well, live feeds never go smoothly. Do they really? I did mention that everybody needed to be on the live feed. Yeah, but I'll answer a question. I'll give her a minute, and if she's not here, then I'll pull another name out. Right. Okay. So. Yeah, she's definitely not. She's not responding. Right. Okay. So let's go to another question. Ross. Here we are. Holland America line. Holland America are really great, and the cabins seem larger than most. We did Mexico and the Baja Peninsula on the old Rhine Dam out of San Diego. Okay. Well, that's really good to know. The thing is with Holland America, and I guess with other cruise lines, because of the size of ships, they are so because the smaller, their itineraries are really, really good, and they get into some great ports. So they have some great itineraries. But yeah, but thanks for that, Ross, not being on Holland America yet. Hi, Val. Excess baggage. I always try and find a Facebook group for the cruise I'm on. It's really helpful. It so is, and I would recommend anybody check for a Facebook group. Sorry, I'm just seeing if Kerry. My name is Kerry, but I identify as Elaine Jackson. Right, okay, so I'm going to do another name. Sorry, Elaine, but you had to be on this live. Goodness me, we could be here all night, couldn't we? It's a good job I started. Right, okay, so here we are. Right, is it going to be you? Is it going to be you? Right, I've got a name. I've got a name. Who's the name? Right, Janet Howes. Janet, are you on? Is Janet? Oh dear. Right, okay. Oh, Janet's on. Yes. Janet is on. Yes, in fact, you've asked this question, Janet. Do you want either of your children to follow in your footsteps? Well, we'll talk about that in a second. But for now, well done, Janet. You are the winner of £500. There we go, Janet. There we go. Huge. Well done. Yay. Well done. So happy for you. Yeah, that is, there we go. You are a winner. Are so pleased for you, Janet. So all you need to do is, I'll be in touch with you tomorrow about how you go. Yeah, I've got you, Janet. Huge congratulations to you. So I'll be in touch with you tomorrow just to talk you through. And you just need to think of a cruise now, don't you? You need to think of a of a cruise you want to go on. I'm free. But yeah, let me know, Janet, if you've got your eye. Oh, you're so welcome. Let me know, Janet, if you've got your eye on anything that you like, that you're thinking of. Oh, Kerry, that's just proper made me laugh. Right, I'll just answer a couple of more questions before we sign over for the night. You don't mind me having some more of that? Oh, goodness me. Okay. Paul, I'll try and get through the rest of these questions quickly. Any deals from Southampton, October, November this year? I've just posted some, Paul. I've just posted an absolute corker. If you want to go and explore the seas for a week, 7 nights, £399 doing the Eastern Med. It's in Holiday Deals at Sea now, so have a look at that. It's an exclusive. Can't get it anywhere else. But have a look in Holiday Deals at Sea now. Sandra, I'm the mum that is always looking for booking cruises. Cheryl's mum. I did a solo last year in Azura and hoping P&O do the same this year. Let's hope so, Sandra. Trina, we had nearly 500 members in our Silhouette Facebook group. So much knowledge was shared. Completely agree. Ross, is that you drinking Prosecco? So if you book a cruise with a flight, would the ship wait for you if the flight was delayed? Only if the flight was with the cruise company. So other than that, if you've got a cruise only, you've done your own flights, then no. Well, I say that, but if, for example, it depends on the delay, it may be a case of, depending on the delay, the ship would go, and then that cruise line, because you put your flights and the cruise together, they would just put you overnight in a hotel, and they would take you to the next port the following day. So I guess it depends on the delay there as well, but definitely not if you have booked your own flight. It's true. So true about meeting friends. Only started cruising this year, but I've been on 4. Wow, that's amazing. I've gained a fabulous friend. I've been to a concert with, and now planning to cruise to South Africa. Oh, wow. Amazing itinerary. Really, Janet, really looking forward to hearing back off people on Ambassador's multi-generational cruise at the minute. Would be great if they continue offering them school holidays. Yeah, it sailed on Sunday now. That was an absolute corker, £2,400. Family of 4, all inclusive. I'm exactly like you, Janet. They do 2 a year normally in school holidays. They do one at the beginning of the year, one in August. And I hope exactly that is that. It's gone really well, because they do say they've got brilliant itinerary. But for everybody who, brilliant entertainment. For the children day and night. Everybody I've spoken to have been on Ambassador have absolutely loved it. I can't wait to get an Ambassador ship. My son and his family are on Avia at the moment, going around the Med, Christine. Hope they're having a great time. Janet, so happy for you, Janet. Do you want either of your children to follow in your footsteps? To be fair, I wouldn't mind what they did. But they are 27. Holly is 27. Joe is 25. I can actually tell you the name of my daughter now, because until obviously I revealed it this morning, I've never been able to say the name, and I've always been saying my daughter and my son Joe. I've never actually said what her name is. It's always been my daughter. But yeah, Holly's nearly 27. She's in finance, and Joe is nearly 24, and he's doing something else as well. So he's so they're not. I think I've probably put them off with all the hours I work, to be fair. And to be fair, they get the benefits, because on Avia, I'm going on I'm going on Avia with Holly for 2 weeks. So me and Holly always go on our mum and daughter cruise every year, and then I'm taking Joe hopefully on Celebrity Ascent in December. So they get a lot of benefits by mum doing this job. I'm just looking at all the Kerry. Oh, Donna Kerry howling. So Kerry wins the internet today. She certainly does. Oh, it's proper tickled me. Oh, it is. So congratulations. Everyone's saying congratulations, Janet. And you so deserve that, but we'll speak tomorrow. Donna, let's have a look. Did you manage to find anything in a cooler climate for July? The 26th, 2024. Oh, thank you. Now, I have a chat group called Holly Deals at Sea chat group, and Donna put a message in there. No, not yet, because at the moment I'm just doing, but we probably will be looking at the fjords or the Baltics for you, Donna. That made me laugh when you put on there, because when you put it in the chat group, not at the moment. Any exclusives I get, I'm putting in irrelevant of the date, but I'm focusing on January, February, March. I've just sorted January. I'm now doing February, March, April, and then I'm going to be doing summer. I've also just done some families as well. So I have got you in my little book, but if anything comes up, then I will do, but I will be concentrating on next summer at some point soon. So just bear with me. Jana, again, thank you for all your lovely comments. Huge well done on that. More info on Ambassador would be good. Not heard great things. Brill video. Congratulations. Lovely. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I will definitely, because the people I've spoke to recently have absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait to get on one of those ships. So last question. Oh, you're welcome, Donna. Last question. Teresa, are there any ships with accessible pools, those with steps and not ladders? Now that's, do you know what? I'm not sure, if I'm honest with you. I'm sure other people on the live may be able to help you with that. Maybe I need to look into that, Teresa, and come back to you, because I can't think offhand. But I'm sure there will be quite. I'm sure there will. Fred Olsen, possibly. They're brilliant on accessible passengers. So maybe Fred Olsen. But leave that with me, and I'll find out and come back to you on that. So that for me, I just want to say thank you for everybody who's joined, and we're now 58 minutes in. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'd love to do more of these. I really appreciate your questions, but I really would love to do more of these on specific cruise lines as well. I've got so much information that I can share with you, but I just want to say thank you. YouTube, I'm not just celebrating 35 years tonight, I'm also celebrating 2,000 followers in just 10 months, and that's because of you guys following me, so I'm really grateful. And I've got lots coming up on YouTube, and one thing that I have got, so just if you've joined YouTube, my YouTube channel, have a look through my videos, there's a lot of information there. Coming up is a lot of YouTube's coming up on Princess Cruises, on my recent trip, and also European ports. I've just done a Caribbean port series that has done so well, so much information on there, and I'm about to start one on Europe, starting with Naples and Capri. So a video on YouTube comes out every Friday at 6 p.m. So keep your eye on that. Don't forget, anybody you know, to like and subscribe. Like this chat if you can. And thank you so much. And I am going to say cheers to you. Cheers. Happy Tuesday. Huge congratulations to Janet. Thank you so much for all your questions. I'm going to have now 1 or 2 of these. All right, lots and lots of love, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Okay, bye for now. Bye.